Jesus Disciple was first introduced to us as a couple. We got it introduced by a couple of our friends, and they were willing to just partner with us and invite us into their Jesus Discipleship group. And it was filled with three other married couples. It really threw me off guard in the beginning, but I knew it was something that I had to do to really further my relationship with Jesus, and then with my wife as well, doing it together with other married couples.
I think it was really beautiful coming together with other couples and hearing their testimonies and encouraging one another, because our marriage before, I know we were struggling. We were also getting pre-marriage counseling before. We actually were in a really bad place. I wanted to get a divorce. I thought I had made the wrong decision. I was listening to all these lies. We seeked wise counsel. We got counselors, and in the middle of Territory 1, we finished our counseling program that we did, and then we actually got remarried because we understood the deeper connection and what it actually meant to become one, and had really that understanding. So after Territory 1 ended, we got married again and had a ceremony last September. We just live life differently now, knowing that God's walking our marriage with us. It was an answered prayer. I got to see my husband get baptized after Territory 1. I thought it was very beautiful. I never thought, not that I didn't know the Lord was faithful, it's just how quickly he worked. And I think a year ago, I was like, God, please, let him come to you, and he did. And something that we had to grasp on is that we both individually needed to seek Jesus and continue to seek Jesus so that we can continue being one.
Jesus Discipleship Program definitely was what really brought our marriage together, to really understand our roles, as I mentioned before, where, understanding that, the Lord loves me, and knowing that how much he loves me and how much he cared for me and what he did for me on the cross, it's the same amount of love that I can give my wife, and that I can love on her, and I can show her that, we are in it together. And Jesus Discipleship just really brought us together. It was just amazing to really feel and understand what he did for us. It wasn't necessarily, one verse or one scripture or just one day. It was the session to its entirety. Meeting once a week for those couple hours really allowed me to understand, and really led me to want to be baptized. I at that point, I having been baptized, and going through Territory 1 it was life-changing. I got a revelation of the love that, Jesus has for me, and what he did for me, to a deeper meaning. I've always heard the term, you got to be born again and you have to be baptized, but I've never really fully understood it or never really grasped it until now. After Territory 1, I felt the calling. I felt the Lord saying, hey, this is your time. You're going to be born again. And after Territory 1, I remember we had a pool day to celebrate, and I knew hey, this is it. The Lord's calling. This is it. I'm gonna get baptized. It was at a jacuzzi. It was actually in a jacuzzi, but it was life changing. It really transformed my life, and I came up a whole new person, and I felt the love from everybody there, and then especially the love from Jesus.
Yeah. I think for me really was learning that everybody is still going through a process. That's what I really took from it, and to just understanding God's level and a deeper connection, and how sometimes other people are going through different things, and just really extending grace and just loving them the way that Jesus loved me, which is really ultimately what led me to change and really understand his love that will also help somebody else that you don't know it. And so we're really blessed and grateful to have taken Territory 1, 2, and 3, that now we're praying to, not to hopefully, because I know God will move, and his group of friends, their couples who are still in the world, will also hopefully be joining us in our home, and us doing our own Jesus Disciple group as well.
He's going to teach you so many things that maybe you've heard once, but it's going to teach it in a way where you're going to be able to understand it, grasp it, and then really meditate on it. So take that leap of faith.